there, Internet Keith here, and welcome to the Cars and Keith YouTube channel. In this video, we're going over the battery power compressors that you can use with an IK Foam Pro 12 or the Multi Pro 12. The Foam Pro 12 is what I have. I did a video on it recently, just kind of going over, is it a good alternative to a foam cannon, especially in an enclosed space like this? And it can be. Does it replace a foam cannon if you can use one? Not really, but it does have its purposes, and it does have its alternative uses. Now, the price tag for some people is too much. Like I said before, you use my code CARSWITHKEITH. You can get one of these at DIY Detail for about $100 after my discount, and it's free shipping. It's about $112 on Amazon. Now, the battery power compressor that they just came out with is $155, but you can only get it from the Rad Company website, and that's this guy right here, the IK battery power compressor. Hooks up right to the Schrader valve on this unit. Is it worth it? Well, let's find out, because we're also going to try an Amazon alternative that I bought. These say that they're $99, but they're always $69.99. They're always 30% off. I looked around for the smallest dimensions that I could find with the most powerful compressor, you know, in that kind of value range. So total for this, plus, you know, what you may need to mount it to the unit, about half of what the IK Sprayer's battery compressor costs. Now, the IK sprayer does come with some nice Velcro strapping that allows you to attach it very easily to the unit. It's all uniform, it's all made for it. So that is one plus that it has. Now, when you go for the hack method, obviously you're trying to get there for the budget, right? And you're just gonna have to do some things kind of crude. So we're gonna go 3 zip ties tied together, 2 sets of them. Now, they do make smaller, thinner rolls of Velcro tape, and that might work as well. I just didn't have time to get it. I figured this was the best way to get it on, but that is the better way to do this, because the best thing about this unit right here is you can use this for things around the house. You can use this too, but you have no readout of how much pressure is being put in. You have no way to set a limit on the pressure. One good thing about this one, though, is this one will turn on when it feels the pressure isn't high enough. This one does not. Each one has a battery. The IK says it's 18 volt. The Amazon one says it's 24 volt on the side, but it's actually 20. So we are all the way at the max mark for liquid, which is 8 liters, just a little bit more than 2 gallons. Just a very little bit of space. We'll just sit here and we'll just run it. We're using water. This is a foamer, but we're just going to use water right now. I'm kind of low on soap, actually. I've used just about all mine up, and I really don't want to waste because we're going to be doing a lot of spraying. Another advantage of the IK is a really nice on-off switch. Nice. This one has a button. You obviously have to hold it down for like 5 seconds to get it to turn on. It also has a battery compartment that's kind of enclosed. Now, obviously, this is not waterproof in any way. It's just water resistant. It keeps that water from, you know, getting in there. So before we get any further to the video, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, check out the links in the description below. They will change as this becomes more available. The Velcro straps come with a ring on one side, feeds through, comes back around. It's really nice. On the back of this battery compressor, inside the groove, is another groove that runs up and down just slightly. And on the unit right here, right there, is that little knob that allows this to sit to where it won't spin and stays in place. So we got our timer here. We're gonna turn this on, see how long it takes to fill up. Like I said, this is at the 8 liter mark. There's only about this much air left to fill. All right, and here we go. About 26.5 seconds. Took me a little second to stop there. 26.5, 27 seconds. So this one right here, we're gonna put on the battery real quick so we can read the pressure. All right, here we go. See if we can do it quick without losing any pressure. That was quick, that's good. 38.5 PSI. We lost a tad. Let's just give it benefit of the doubt. We'll say 40 PSI. Now, with this thing full of water, it is pretty dang heavy. There's more than 2 gallons. A gallon is 7 to 8 pounds. So you're talking like probably 16, 17 pounds. So we have the tank full up to the 8 liter mark. We have the compressor on. So now we're going to hold down the trigger and see how long it takes before the air compressor kicks on. You can set it to the side and be done with something for a little bit, come back, and then it will just start putting air in when it needs it. Now we're going to start this, and we're just going to see how long we can go. I'm gonna turn that off because I'm curious to know what the pressure that it's sitting at. 15 pounds. Now that's pretty dang impressive. Now at the very beginning, obviously we were at full capacity. The stream was a little bit better. Once the unit kicked on, obviously it was just maintaining a range, but it was spraying good, exactly what we're looking for. 11 minutes and 14 seconds straight is what it took to get rid of 8 liters of product. Okay, let's see, now that it's completely empty, how long this takes to get to where it shuts off, which is right at that 40 PSI mark. All right, so that was about 2 minutes and 28 seconds, I think that was. So now we have a full tank, we have a timer. Let's just go ahead and release the pressure and leave the pressure undone so it constantly runs and just see how long it can last. Wow, that's crazy. And it's not hot. It ran for an hour and 20 minutes straight. We also did the 11 minutes earlier from the full drain, the 3 minutes or so for that second fill, the 30 seconds from the first fill. We're at an hour and a half. That's really impressive, really impressive. Fittings are really hot because that's what happens when you pass air through fittings. Air does cause friction. So you see we got these little bitty rubber pieces right here with very small slits in them that we can pass the zip ties or a very thin Velcro tape through. Now you could mount it like this to be more like the IK sprayer, but it really doesn't line up all that well. I think the best actually is kind of like this, where it's kind of sitting over that ledge, these rubber feet. So it kind of gives it a little bit of little extra strength right there. I will tell you from an empty state, that does make this very lopsided. The IK was much more balanced. Obviously we are putting weight way far out here. There we go. And this is what I was thinking. When you're transporting it around, you could hold it like this with those zip ties. 8 liters of water in there weighing well over 15 pounds. Yeah, definitely not enough. I think a Velcro tape wider would be definitely better. But this sits here good. We have the rubber mounts. Now I know already that this can pump way more than the 40 pounds that the IK stopped at. But that's why we're going to set this at 40 so it stops at the exact same amount of pressure. So hopefully you can see the screen. Might not be able to, but we hold the power button down until that turns on. We can push the plus and minus button to set our specific pressure. So we'll set it to 40 and then we'll just hold that. So I knew this would fill up faster. 20 seconds. We're roughly close to 30% faster this way. Like I said, I don't think the zip ties are going to hold all that weight. Oh, I don't know if the rubber will. Now, since this doesn't have the auto on, the minute I pull the trigger, I'm just going to turn it on. And it's going to maintain up to that 40, but I don't think it will ever shut off. I do think that we'll get a higher amount of pressure in the tank over the longer period of time, but all that extra power, all that extra air, is it going to hurt the battery power? Oh wow, we're hitting power already at 9 minutes. So 9 minutes, the IK was a little over 11 minutes. So this definitely is flowing more liquid, maintain a higher pressure, obviously always putting out more. I knew all this from the beginning, but I'm just worried that the output of this thing is going to hurt it in the long run when it comes to battery life. So we maintained 22.5 pounds at its most empty. The IK struggled at the empty part. I could feel it. So now let's go ahead and try to fill this thing up from empty and see how long it takes. Right. All right, 1 minute, 49 seconds. I can't even remember how much the last one. Last one was, I think, was well over 2 minutes. So that's significantly faster. Now we're going to set this at 60 PSI because I know from using my air compressor that 60 PSI will set off the relief valve. And I'm going to start and we're going to see the total time it takes to get to full max air pressure. Uh-oh. Looks like our battery may have died already. Let me take the battery out. Put it back in. Battery is not hot. Oh. So I don't think it's heat related. It is not hot. The funny thing is when I plug it back in, it shows half bar. Yeah. So what did you think? This took 11 minutes to empty the tank. This took 9 minutes to empty the tank. So the quality of this spray, the flow of this spray, and most likely the foam from that spray is going to be better. It's just not going to last as long. Weekend enthusiast, the person washing one car, or just doing your wheels with this will work really well. You detailers, this is the way to go. This is going to help you with efficiency because it's going to last so many different cars. If you have both the Pro 2 Plus and the 12, this really right here will not work at all with this. But this on here, you can hold and spray and hold this as well and spray and spray and spray and spray. And you're going to be able to spray forever. Way expensive to use just for this. But if you have both, and you're not doing more than a car, I think you're pretty good here because I don't know how many times I'm going to spray 9 minutes straight of foam. I only used 2 quarts to do an entire car last time, so you'd be able to do 4 cars on that charge. On the IK, you're going to be able to do 40 cars. So that's the difference right there. I gave you all the information that I could. Obviously, the testing didn't go exactly how I planned for it to go, but it is what it is, right? You have your choices. So don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.